Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check 52. Lady. Check 52's the mic.
Know your job. 25, check 25, check 25. 49, check 49.
Kill. Johnson.
Begin.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. A big play there on the first play of the game. 62 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it, because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
At the Vikings 10-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Here's Stafford. And it's caught. 7 yards there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it with Johnson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Focus, defense, focus. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To Johnson again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? Two tights. Hey, boys, we got 4.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Mike 50.
Play action. Now Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Let's go.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start.
Come on,
but I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script's still to come, right, Courtney?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip left.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Check pass.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They go play action here on first down.
Turn up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Omaha, ready, move. Hey, it's your motion. Hey, seam six.
Now Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
A big play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Vikings 3. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Let's go, Mike. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Let him know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
We better than that.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Got him. Let's go,
Well, that's
boys.
the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
That's how we do. They don't want
open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Easy, alert.
He's checking.
To throw is Stafford. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
All
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Jackson.
Bring it.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Left coming, left coming.
In your face.
Play action. It's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Back, back, back.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, 50.
Ship. Hey, easy, easy.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Blue 60. 52 right here. 21. Here we go, here we go. 52's the mic, boy.
Now
52.
Stafford.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Open man is Cameron Batson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 24.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
He's going to air one. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, 55 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Check. Fresno.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Switch.
Done for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Talk about nice hit, boy. Hey, go now.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
Go, run.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That's it, baby.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Run on first down. Pollard. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Big hit. 45. Mike, 45.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Deshaun Hand busting through to get him for a loss of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me. Check, 45. Check, 45.
Operating from the gun. Jackson.
Pick it up. Pick it
And
up.
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time you had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
With
right.
the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Give him 16 yards on the play.
22. I got you. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come. Out.
53. Ready. Check nickel.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, baby.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Oh, yeah. Middle. Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
Here's Stafford.
Come on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom.
Raekwon
That's how we
McMillan.
do it.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Drill right. 22. Hey. 58.
Stafford.
Coming.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks. They try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I'm coming.
Ready, go. Hayward.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw is Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
56.
Again, Jackson.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
32.
It's our time.
26.
First down carry here for Johnson.
Watch twist.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the pass.
Throwing is Stafford. James has got it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Baby, let's go.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready. 260. Watch Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check. Crop. 70. Alert. Hey, alert 3.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
It's easy
He'll
work.
get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan.
That's what I'm talking about.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
You can't stop me.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation.
Watch the twist.
Stafford. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the one.
Let's go.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
180. 59. Sponge. Easy.
They'll try to run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Nice job, bro. Keep doing it.
Carry on Johnson.
Baby. I see
Already
you
his
over there.
second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Johnson's got it complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
I'm coming
but
after
they're
you.
also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Jackson now. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Come on, fellas.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
32. Watch QB drop. No. Off. Hey. 50. Twist. Watch twist. Go. Come on, man.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. Blue 60. He hates the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? 280. There, right there. 54 Mike. Drill right, 22.
Continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Middle. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Johnson.
Check 3. Check 4.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Mike 54.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Detroit,